Said the crowd went bananas. A bright yellow T-shirt. Look like them.
Like it.
We're moving on. We're moving up to the big guys now. Heavyweight, 92 kilograms. Erkin Adylbek Uulu will be hoping to succeed where his compatriot just failed. He's up against David Micha. Here is Adylbek Uulu. Rio 2016 Olympian, was actually the flag bearer for Kyrgyzstan in Brazil. Lost his opener in Busto Arsizio to Thailand's Yakapong Yomkot. This will be his first bout here in Bangkok after receiving a bye. And it's going to be a first bout for this man as well. Michalek had a walkover when Ecuador's Julio Castillo was suspended earlier this week for whereabouts failures, missing 3 attempted out-of-competition drug tests. So both men about to experience this indoor arena in Bangkok for the first time, this indoor stadium in Bangkok for the first time.
Yeah, and you mentioned there that obviously getting the walkover, that has a double-edged sword because you're fresh physically, but mentally it can be worse. You've not been in, you've watched everyone else fight, you've been in the training hall the whole time. This is the first chance to get in under the lights and feel it, so it's going to be an adjustment. And David Michalek's going to have to be really awake in this one.
Big gap in experience. We've mentioned this man competing in Rio. Confirmation there of that walkover for Michalek. I think there's a pretty considerable height difference. Considerable is an understatement.
It's the size of the fight and the man that counts, as the old adage says. However, the proverbial mountain to climb, and he's going to need good footwork. He's going to have to be head movement and fast with his feet.
Threw the left jab early on, did Michalek.
He's jumping in behind those shots, so he's obviously decided to be aggressive. That pent-up aggression from having that walkover. He's fresh, good jab again.
Adylbek Uulu trying to keep his man at range, but Michalek is like a buzzsaw at the moment, just coming forward.
And he's certainly cutting the bigger man, Adylbek Uulu, down to size. And that's come down to game plan, because as you can see, Adylbek Uulu has thought, I'm going to come out, work behind my jab. And Michalek has said, nope, this is the style of fight we're going to have, as the referee does well to get out the way there.
Good footwork from the referee there. Adylbek Uulu countering. Oh, it's a lovely right uppercut from the big man from Kyrgyzstan. Yeah, we're up at 92 kilograms now, so these punches carry that bit more weight. We've got a bit more stoppage, knockout potential.
No question about it, but it's the stoppage using the straight arm there from Adylbek Uulu, not punching, just holding. But as you say, there's plenty of meat in these shots, and signs that Adylbek Uulu is beginning to go through his repertoire. Michalek might have went a bit early with that attempt, maybe over-eager.
How much does the Slovak have in reserve? Stamina will be tested here. Trying to pin Adylbek Uulu on the ropes. Michalek, I think, is taking a lot of these shots on the gloves.
Yeah, he's got a good composed guard, a good high guard. Referee again warning that use of the straight arm. Rather than punching, he's just holding the arm out, just trying that as a range finder, Adylbek Uulu, which is a good sign for Michalek, because he's not quite found his range yet. However, good footwork there from the big man in red, spins round. The referee's been busy.
Inside the final 30 seconds of round one. This is one of those rounds which probably score it to Michalek just because he's the man coming forward.
Yeah, I would agree with you. There's a a final flurry could send it either way, but Michalek has been aggressive. However, there was 3 or 4 good exchanges there from Adylbek Uulu. So what do the judges fancy at the end of this one?
Show of respect at the end of round 1. See what the judges made of it. All 5 giving it to Adylbek Uulu.
Yeah, I liked your contention with Michalek. He was there, he was working, he was constantly being aggressive, but it was literally, I think, 1 or 2 flurries there. Straight
it was
shots.
messy.
Yeah,
it was messy.
It was, but just about clearing the way through there is Adylbek Uulu.
See some of those highlights here. Which probably won't be particularly conclusive either way, but it has gone to the big man in red.
And when that's the highlights, you know that that's, as you said, a stuffy, messy round. But again, that little bit of professionalism, and of course Adylbek Uulu will be trying to put his foot down on the accelerator a little bit more there. He was quite measured as David Michalek come out fast. Let's see if he's got the stamina to do the same again.
He's going for it, start of round 2.
Walked into a big counter hook there. Adylbek Uulu caught him and put him on his heels for the moment, and that could be useful down the stretch.
As you said, at the end of round 1, he was finding his range a bit more, Adylbek Uulu.
Very much so, and you can see the shoulders are down. He's quite calm and relaxed. He's not been dismissive of Michalek's power, but he's felt it, and he's not been worried about it, and he's now picking those shots.
It's going to be hard. I mean, we have, as you say, the size of the fight in the man rather than the size of the man, but with the physical attributes that Adylbek Uulu, he's going to have an advantage to some extent here. I mean, Michalek is game and he's coming forward, but it's just taking a few shots as he comes in.
He's having to work far too hard for limited success. Yep. And Adylbek Uulu, as you say, also has plenty about him, but is now, these are literally picking the shots. Yep. Now. He's not interested in working too hard for it. He's letting his man come to him. And as a bigger man beckoning in a smaller man, this is meat and drink to the man from Kyrgyzstan.
Yeah, he's really taken control of the contest. In the last minute or so, he's just swung it in his direction. And now Michalek, you can see that, that's what he wants to do. He wants to be in close, throwing shots to the body and the head. And he's getting through, actually. He's got through a couple of uppercuts there. Surprised Adylbek Uulu isn't just trying to get away from that situation.
There's two schools of thought, as we say. You either want to be too far away or too close, and he's quite happy being in close, because as much as there are, let's say, scoring shots, Michalek's not got much power left on these shots, and you can see a big swelling over his eye as well. So Adylbek Uulu leaning back on the ropes, just going through the gears now and manhandling his opponent a little bit. Old man in him, as we say.
Yeah, it does look like there's a strength difference as well. Oh, point deduction for Adylbek Uulu for not keeping his head up.
Referee warned him a few times.
It's hard, though, when you've got a man coming at you like this. It's hard to avoid that.
100%.
There's the bell. Now, it does make things interesting on the scorecards. I mean, I suspect Adylbek Ulu's won this round as well, but with the point deduction, it means he'd only be one ahead going into the final round. Yeah, that is the case.
Yeah, as you say, tighter than needed to be because of that deduction, and you would have sympathy for that because it's literally the tale of two body types. You can see it. Trying to lean on the chest is Michalek, and of course you're bound to catch heads, and just depends on who the referee's watching, and oftentimes very hard to watch two people fight. Sometimes your eyes get drawn to one person, and Adylbek Uulu was maybe enjoying himself a little bit too much there from the referees liking just picking his shots and maybe just making it look easy. So the referee gives him that little warning, but the warning lights are on for this man.
Yeah, well, he needs to win this final round. And I was going to say he needs to change tactics, but I'm not really sure tactically what he can do here.
It's the puncher's chance that remains, and it's tactically, it's like climbing up a mountain. If you're tired on the first stage of the journey, by the time you get near the top, you're even more tired. So any hope that Micha would have had, the energy is now going to let him down, because he's not going to have the stamina down the stretch here. The reason for that, much as we see the scoring shots, these are all energy sapping shots, and he's working at a high pace to get anywhere near it, and all he's getting for his efforts is punched in the face. Yeah,
Adylbek Uulu really picking his punches well at the start of this final round, and you can see Micha doesn't have much left.
No. But what he's got left, he's given. But these are little arm punches now from Adylbek Uulu, just literally pitter-patter, just pick off the shots, maybe avoid injuries. A little flurry there to impress the judges.
Yeah, that was nice work from Adylbek Uulu. And almost in a flash, we're almost at the midway point of the final round, so he's running down the clock as well. But he's just the better boxer here. He's got physical attributes. Micha is game, and he's determined, and he's leaving nothing out there, but he's going to need a haymaker to win this.
No question about it. And not only that, Adylbek Uulu has more gears to go through if he wants to, but he's keeping it contained. Micha, to his credit, a lot of these are landing in the arms, but the road to Paris has got a big roadblock, and Adylbek Uulu is not letting them through.
Big roadblock that's flowing punches. What a right uppercut that was. That almost took Micha off his feet. Credit to the man in blue, he's still in there, still trying his hardest.
Adylbek Uulu, as you say, welcoming it in Micha and just picking him off with these little shots here, looking busy. We're looking forward to seeing him later on. The haymaker won't come for Micha. He needs one big shot, tries it. There's no steam left in those shots. Chasing shadows now, and if Adylbek wanted to there, he could have turned on the power but didn't.
So Micha, he's always got the mouth open, he's gasping, he's desperate, he's trying to find the big shot. It's not coming. The final bell rings, and it's a really good professional display from Adylbek Uulu. Micha raises his hand, but I think he knows.
Yeah, for sure. He's justified in giving a salute to the Slovakian team, of course, and as you say, given that raise of the glove and the faint hope that the judges will like it. But Adylbek Uulu, professional, composed and organised, and very well deserving of that. He'll progress through, and also it's the type of fight that's good for you because you don't have to expend too much energy. The hands can have little minor injuries. He's not taking too many big shots or given too many big shots, the man in red, so he'll be fresh as we progress.
Ring B, ladies and gentlemen, the winner by unanimous decision in the red corner, representing Kyrgyzstan, Adylbek Uulu, Erkin.
So as expected, a unanimous points decision despite that point deduction in round 2, and he looks pretty relaxed and happy with his afternoon's work. 4 quotas in the men's 92 kilogram class, so you have to win your quarter final to earn Paris berth. So 2 more wins required for Erkin Adylbek Uulu.
And he looks as if he's got the quality and composure to be in contention for those 2 big wins, Rory. Good performance there. unscathed, uninjured. And that was, for him, more like a high-quality spar. And that will give him plenty of energy for those 2 big remaining bouts.
Information of the score, and each round going the way of Adylbek Uulu, 10-9 on all 5 scorecards.